Hello. Currently, the sun is setting, but at least the sun is here. And I'm in this spot. I just happened to find it. I was looking around, and the background here is pretty nice. And it's relatively private. Like, I can still see people around, but they don't pass through here, so I don't have to worry about them, you know, happening to overhear some of the stuff I say. Today, I wanted to talk about grief and how it's not a linear process. One of the main motivators of me starting this series was me dealing with grief, like, for the first time in my life. It came from me having this really close relationship with someone. My first. But it not working out. And then the process of trying to find myself again and recover from that huge loss in my life. And what I wasn't prepared for was how erratic the emotions could be. When a lot of people think of grief, they think of the 5 stages of grief, and they kind of mistake it as a linear process. So you'll have like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, and they expect to go through those stages in order and in a relatively timely manner. And that is not how it is. That is not how it is. From my experience, it's very messy, and it can involve a lot of negative and even positive emotions. It's the whole spectrum of them. And they can overlap, they can repeat, they can come back after a long time. Like me today, I was feeling a great bout of grief after seeing this person again after a long while and having a blast hanging out with them. And you'd think it'd be filled with a lot of joy, and it was, but it also brought back a lot of sadness and wishing for things that aren't here anymore. Like, I haven't felt this bad of longing in like a long time. So the fact that I see it again after a year it was definitely an experience. And I didn't want to criticize myself for it, because I used to have this initial reaction to when I relapsed into grief of how I should be over this by now, or why are you feeling this way? Like, you should have healed by now. Well, that's not how it is. You will, especially if it's from a loss so great, it doesn't just go away no matter how much time has passed. Those feelings were real, and they don't wash away easy. I try to give myself grace for feeling those and being really gentle with myself during these times, because the last thing I need is self-loathing to kick in on top of grief. It's not fun. I used to do it a lot when I first encountered grief because I didn't know how to respond to it, to such strong emotions. But now that I've gone through it and have made it to the other side, I can kind of see it from a more relaxed perspective. So, like, even though I felt it today, I could still see it rationally and be like, hey, it's okay. We'll take it easy today, and whatever you need, I'll provide for. Just listen to yourself and really try to be there and love yourself, because it's what you need and it helps you process through the emotions. So, yeah. Might be going through it for the next couple weeks. I just needed another thing added on to my busy schedule, huh? I think for this particular feeling of grief, the one I'm still trying to heal from even after a year, it comes from longing for something that isn't there, but also not having control over the circumstance. Like, I can't really do much to change how things are right now. And sometimes I find myself feeling selfish and inconsiderate and just too dominating of what I want versus what is the greater good. That's where some of the negative self-talk can come from, and a lot of the depression as well. But you sit with it, and what helps me is, 1, talking to people if you can. 2, having a life outside of that to build up upon. Like, I still have school to take care of. I still have, these videos. I still have doggy. I still have friends to make memories with. And my whole self-worth isn't based solely on that previous relationship. And it's healthy that way. Like, even if you're in a relationship right now, you should still be your own person. So you don't put all your self-worth into one basket. But yeah, I've been trying to do those things, be busy, and give myself time to grieve and feel emotions. And yeah, I was checking recently on the channel, and Out of the videos for the 18 playlist so far, the one about missing someone has been getting some traction. Thank you. But also, I'm a little nervous because I did talk about some stuff in there that could make me a little vulnerable. But I'm glad it's one people can see and hopefully take some sort of message from. Like, I've been thinking about it a lot too, because that's where my grief is right now. Missing someone. Missing something. Yeah. This one's kind of hard to explain and yap a lot about, because it is an experience. Like, I can explain how messy grief is, but it's not gonna make sense unless you felt it before. But it'll give you an idea. Whenever you feel like you've lost progress for relapsing on grief and depression and sorrow, and you feel like you've taken steps backwards instead of forwards in your healing, remember, it's not a linear process. Everyone heals and grieves at their own pace, and we all experience it differently and respond to it differently. Like, even me, I experience this particular grief this way right now, but if there's a future event where I'll grieve again, it might be different from how I'm feeling it right now. And that's okay. Healing is a journey, and it'll have its ups and downs. But as long as you keep going, it's not over. But yeah, this topic definitely is very related to letting yourself feel and missing someone. So if you want to add it in tandem with those videos, that would be a good idea. I think what hurts the most for me is not having the ability to control it. Just kind of having to let it chart its course and follow through with whatever plans. Like, any fantasy or thought that goes through my head, that's all it really is. And reality can be disappointing sometimes. But I think if you recognize those differences, you'll be okay. Feel this way. There are people out there who want to support you, and if you can, I hope you love yourself enough to support yourself too through this challenging time. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet. I don't think I have. One of the most precious memories I have is having having these old pains and wounds kind of open up again this semester. But did I get bit? I got bit. Oh my god, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, I need to wrap this up. But one of the most precious memories I have this semester is I was going through a tough time of dealing with this grief coming back and old wounds opening up. And I had people I could talk to about these things, and they were there for me 100%. Even the people I thought were more, what's it called? Emotionally distant, or they don't deal with emotions as often, I thought, but they were there to comfort me and be there for me when I was fallen. Like, after a difficult talk, they were ready to bring me out and celebrate it with, celebrate me going through it, with some canes. And yeah, and it was some of the closest people I have all in one spot. And we're just eating together, having a good time, after hours. And I really loved them for it, because I always feel so grateful when people do such kind gestures for me, because I never expect them to. And so when they do, it means the entire world to me. So that Cane's dinner, it's one for the books. And a sign that people are out there. There are people who are your people, and they are ready to be a support system when you need them. But let's keep this one quick, sum it all up. Going through grief again, but remember that grief is a non-linear process. It is messy, and there is no timeline for it. It will take as much time as you need to take care of yourself and to process your grief, to process such emotions, and know that people love you and are willing to support you through your time, and that you are incredibly strong if you continue to keep going, no matter what. Even if you think you're starting at ground zero again after years of healing, if you start up again and you continue through that healing journey, you have already proven yourself to be an incredibly strong person, and someone who is still soft and who feels. So you'll be okay. I believe in you, and we'll go through this together. All right. It's tough, but we'll do it. We will do it. All right. Take care of yourself. Be gentle with yourself. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.